Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video came about due to a wild idea I had, and me wanting to build a deck around it. What was the idea, you ask? Turning all our lands into creatures with Intruder Alarm on board. Real quick, if you're enjoying my content, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate the support, and if you liked the deck list, consider sharing this video as well. Intruder Alarm says that creatures don't untap during their controller's untap step. It also says that whenever a creature enters the battlefield, untap all creatures. Now, if we turn all of our lands into creatures, tap our lands, cast a creature, we then untap all of our lands so we can do it again. But what kind of creatures, and who should the commander be? We want a handful of creatures, and they should win us the game on the spot when we cast them. So we'll want powerful creatures and something in the command zone that tutors them. Tiamat is a 7-mana 7/7 legendary dragon god with flying. When she enters the battlefield, if we cast her, we search our library for up to 5 dragon cards not named Tiamat that each have different names, reveal them, put them into our hand, and shuffle. So the question is, can we win the game with 5 dragons? The answer is yes, absolutely. But it won't be cheap. Apologies to your wallet. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. One of my favorite products Ultimate Guard has is their Xenoskin Sidewinder. The Sidewinder has a soft microfiber lining as well as the rugged Xenoskin shell we've all come to love. While the Sidewinder isn't a new product, they are now available in the beautiful two-tone Synergy series, like this blue-white one seen here. Find it if your local game store carries Ultimate Guard products, or click on the link down below to order yourself one from Amazon. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. One last announcement before we get into our video. I've been invited to MagicCon Chicago. Let me know in the comments below if you're coming. I'll have more info soon. Barring an emergency, I will be in attendance and hope to spend all 3 days playing Commander with as many people as possible. Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Haven of the Spirit Dragon, Cavern of Souls, Ancient Tomb, Flooded Strand, Arid Mesa, Polluted Delta, Verdant Catacombs, Wooded Foothills, Scalding Tarn, Marsh Flats, Bloodstained Mire, Windswept Heath, Misty Rainforest, Hallowed Fountain, Sacred Foundry, Watery Grave, Overgrown Tomb, Stomping Ground, Steam Vents, Godless Shrine, Blood Crypt, Temple Garden, Breeding Pool, Indatha Triome, Rogram Triome, Zagoth Triome, Savai Triome, Ketria Triome, 1 Plains, 1 Island, 1 Swamp, 2 Mountains, and 2 forests make up the land base for this deck. Mana Crypt, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Dockside Extortionist, Smothering Tithe, Exploration, Burgeoning, Dryad of the Elysian Grove, Azusa Lost But Seeking, Ramanup Excavator, Crucible of Worlds, Conduit of Worlds, 3 Visits, and Midnight Clock help us to ramp out and stay ahead of the curve. Echo of Eons, Time Spiral, Emergency Powers, Game Plan, Scroll Rack, Jace the Mind Sculptor, Brainstorm, Rhystic Study, Demonic Tutor, Vampiric Tutor, Enlightened Tutor, Imperial Seal, Eureka Moment, and Tachova Benthic Druid work to ensure our combo is protected and we can find the pieces for it. Commit Memory, Fierce Guardianship, Force of Will, Force of Negation, Heroic Intervention, Assassin's Trophy, Abrade, Swords to Plowshares, Return to Nature, Counterspell, Negate, and Tidal Barracuda help to protect our combo and to keep our opponents from winning. Dam, Cyclonic Rift, Farewell, and Blasphemous Act help to reset the board as needed. Intruder Alarm, Aggravated Assault, Call for Aid, Kamal's Will, Life Death, Natural Affinity, Natural Emergence, and Sylvan Awakening make up our combo and backup combo. Our plan to win consists of Karthus, Tyrant of Jund, Miram Sentinel Worm, Terror of the Peaks, Lathless Dragon Queen, and Utvara Hellkite. Our backup win plan consists of Scourge of Valkus, Ancient Gold Dragon, Atarka Worldrender, Thundermaw Hellkite, and Dragonlord Kolgan. Don't worry, I'll explain the combos. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 51 mana sources split between 37 lands and 14 pieces of ramp. A little heavy, but dragons are expensive, so it's fine. 14 pieces of card advantage, 12 pieces of interaction, 4 board wipes, 7 pieces of graveyard hate split between 5 shuffle wheels, Return to Nature, and Farewell, several sudden I win cards, which I'll explain right now. Okay, so Intruder Alarm and Aggravated Assault pair with Kamal's Will, Life Death, Natural Affinity, Natural Emergence, and Sylvan Awakening. Call for Aid only pairs with cards that turn our opponent's creatures into lands. Yes, we will take all of your lands for the turn. You weren't doing anything with them, right? Don't worry, you'll get them back. Maybe. If all of our lands are creatures and Aggravated Assault is on board, and we have at least 6 untapped lands, we can generate infinite mana. We tap out, pay 5, untap all our creatures, including our animated lands, and repeat until we have enough mana to win the game. Okay, so how do we win the game? Our dragon combos have 5 pieces, because Tiamat tutors for 5 dragons. Our first combo, we start with Miram Sentinel Worm, followed by Lathless Dragon Queen, then Terror of the Peaks, then Utvara Hellkite, finally Karthus Tyrant of Jund. By casting them in this order, we have triggered our 2 Terror of the Peaks numerous times, dealing a total of 122 points of damage. That should kill the table, but if it doesn't, we can attack the survivor with all of our dragons, who have haste thanks to Karthus, which will trigger both of our Utvaras, creating a total of 16 6/6 dragon tokens, dealing another 192 damage. But what if this combo somehow gets interrupted? Good thing we have a second combo. This one's a little more convoluted, and the order we cast the dragons doesn't matter, other than Scourge of Valkus being first. This combo is based around Scourge of Valkus and Ancient Gold Dragon. Remember, Ancient Gold Dragon creates 1d20 fairy dragon tokens whenever it deals combat damage. This should help us close out the game, but we gotta make sure our Ancient Gold Dragon can deal damage, so Thundermaw Hellkite is there to tap down any blockers. Dragonlord Kolgan gives our dragons haste, and Atarka Worldrender means our Ancient Gold Dragon can trigger twice. Even if we only roll a 5 both times, that should deal enough damage to kill the table. Unlike Terror of the Peaks, Scourge of Valkus deals damage based on the number of dragons we control, rather than their power. So Scourge of Valkus will deal 2, the next 4 dragons will deal 3, 4, 5, then 6 damage respectively, for a total of 20 damage. So if we roll a 5 and make 5 fairy dragon tokens, that means they'll deal 45 damage in total. And the next 5 will deal 70 damage in total. So all told, we'll have dealt about 135 damage just from Scourge of Valkus, plus an additional 70 combat damage from all of our hasty double striking dragons. The whole point of this deck is to win the game on the spot the turn Tiamat comes into play, which means we need to set things up properly. We need to be ramping, tutoring for interaction or stacks pieces, and eventually, we turn all of our lands into creatures, generate a ton of mana, cast all our dragons, and win the game. Is this the strongest way to build a dragon deck? I'm not sure, but it's a ton of fun and it was something I wanted to try. Do you have a Tiamat deck? What about a dragon combo deck? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. For only $25, you too can have a Commander video built at your request. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Squishy, Brett, Roxy, Josh, Sean, Pob Zombie, Mark, Borgie, Exiled Rogue, Nazwin, Hector, Pedro, Tom, Echo Fox, Midge, Swifty, Lucius, Detroff Rally, Elf, and Frank. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.